Night ride on the track.
Merry Saturday. No, anyway, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Saturday morning bird reader, man. As you know, I'm Coach. And to my immediate left or right, whatever is on the screen we got is Big Ant. What's going on, Big Ant? How you doing, sir?
What's going on, y'all?
You good there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Your volume went down a little bit for a second. Okay. Your volume went down a little bit for a second. Oh, no. And we never talked. Oh, no. Somebody just called. Oh, the Night Rider called. That's who did it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop in 75 years of my life.
Hey man, I'm on the show. Okay, talk to y'all.
Hey, Coach. Hey, let me tell you something, man. New Jersey, they know way better than you on Facebook, man.
Hey man, I'm on the live show. Why are you calling me? I'm on the live show right now, bro.
Oh, man.
Anyway, I'll talk to you a little bit.
Click.
Anyway, hey man, welcome, man, because Night Rider don't interrupt us today. He gonna probably hop on the show in a minute. So all right, man. Let's get back to normal. Anyway, let me give a shout out to the people in the chat, man. He just threw my whole segment off. I'm like, what? Anyway, what's going on, Silk Luxury, man? Tracy Coleman's in the house. Jerome's in the house. He's gonna probably hop on in a minute too. Jonte Rozier. Miss PJ, what's going on? I'm gonna see you the link. You want to come on, Miss PJ? Timothy Davis, what's going on? George Texas boy, what's happening? Who's that? No Scorpio, Knob Scorpio 19. Welcome, man. Appreciate you hopping on. But anyway, man, hey, today we got a nice little show for you. We guys gonna have a little fun. We're gonna talk about the greatest draft classes ever. I got a list of some in here. You guys can throw your best ones in there also. Hey, by the way, you know Ike Solik is Larry, right? You know that, right? That's Larry. So I know who it is now. He told me it's Larry. What's going on?
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He told me last week who he was. So yeah. He said, I just want my chain. What? Oh, they right. They giving out a chain on 404 day. People down in ATL, man, 404 day, y'all. Y'all go have fun if y'all can. But stay here too. So that's how we do it. I get that question a little bit. I don't know why they try to put Jalen Hurts on here with Atlanta. I don't know what's going on with that. I really do not know. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening, but
Why would it happen?
I don't know. So, but yeah, people are already putting things in the draft class. No, I'm talking about overall. I ain't talking about who we picked up. I'm talking about the people that came out in the draft. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, not just us. Everybody.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the whole draft, including I'm talking about different years and just team. We'll actually how this look a bit, but he said, "Come out and watch the show." Night Riders, yeah, like I said, Night Riders out there doing this thing. But yeah, first of all, man, what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about Oakland. Oakland has some news going on this weekend. Well, this week, and it make me sit back and think: is Oakland going after the quarterback or not?
Oh, you mean Vegas?
Yeah, my bad. The Raiders. They're gonna always be Oakland to me. I don't care what nobody say. I don't give a damn. They've been too many cities. So Vegas. Yes, that's make it correct. Vegas.
That
The
black
Raiders,
phone.
goddamn. Let's just say the Raiders. All these different names just drive me crazy. So the Raiders is projected to take the quarterback at number 1. That's what everybody's saying. But they don't plan on starting him, I'm assuming, if that's who they take. But who to say he's the number 1 overall pick? They just brought in Kirk, right? They paid Kirk a lot of money. Kirk's going to probably be the starter for sure. But is Kirk Cousins the one that you want to mentor your quarterback behind? Is Kirk Cousins willing to? You understand what I'm saying? We just left that situation, right?
I can think of worse options.
Yeah. So today, what we're going to discuss or talk about a little bit is who's going to be the number 1 overall pick. Now, is Fernando the best quarterback coming this year? Where's Jerome at? There you go. What's up, Jerome?
What's up, everybody, man? I'm out on this beautiful Sunday. It's beautiful Saturday. I run a couple
beautiful Sunday. Go ahead and be out there on Sunday.
Right.
You got a whole nother whole day to go.
Right. So do a whole other full day.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the discussion we're talking about is Fernando Mendoza going to be the number 1 pick?
You know what? It might be a case of deja vu for Kurt. They may take him anyway, and Kurt be like, "Damn, I just escaped this in Atlanta. Now here we go again." You know, y'all know the closer we get to the draft, I be feeling like teams like they start doing their homework. It's like that anxiety, you know, before somebody get married. Like, oh, you know,
right.
You know, am I really ready? Is this really the girl or guy? In this case, you know, Mendoza. I think he's a good player, but it's just like it's been some number 1 overall picks I felt like that were better. And and to be fair to him, you know, he hasn't thrown an NFL pass yet, you know, but from what I seen last year, you know, I think he's a good player, but it's all about the supporting cast. He's not that guy that I feel like you insert him day 1 and then he makes teams better. Because let's be real, when Matt first got here, we had Turner, we had Rowdy emerging into himself, but Matt surpassed my expectations, you know, from day 1. And it's fun. I'm using Matt because that's who I've been hearing him compared to the most, either Matt or my boy Joe Burrow, which I don't see that comparison. I can see the Matt comparison. I mean, Oakland. I'm like Oakland. But LA, if they build that lineup, you know, the old line, they keep adding pieces to them, and I think that'd be all right. But you know, they could want a defender, or they could go, or they maybe want to trade out the pick, coach, for all we know.
That's what I'm saying. So the point I'm trying to make is a quarterback ain't gonna make the win, ain't gonna take him to the playoff.
Nah.
Hell
no.
So the point, what I'm trying to say is there somebody else who can be a better choice than them? Not even just a quarterback. Look, I think the class next year is going to be better than this class this year for quarterback.
Well, you know what I'm thinking, Coach? I'm thinking that Crosby might be on the trading block, and they may take the guy to Texas Tech first. The DN.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Because if you look at the overall guys, right? I think they need more help on the O-line.
They do.
So if you look at next year's class quarterbacks, I think their class is better than what you have this year. So I think they can just throw a monkey wrench in everybody's back pocket. It's like, damn, they didn't get a quarterback.
And now, next year you got 3 bona fide, certified first rounders. You got Arch Manning, you got Lenore Sellers, And then you got my man Dante Moore in Oregon, and then of course it's probably one guy that we forget, or one person that's going to have a good season.
Trinidad Chambliss.
Yeah. I go to
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, what does like I said, Oakland need O-line. They need defensive help for sure.
Pretty much, they just need help all over.
Yeah, they need help. Period. They
everywhere.
So I'm just trying to everybody all these
Diane
naysayers.
from Ohio State as well.
Yeah, Caleb.
No,
Ty Simpson, quarterback.
What's the name from Ohio State coming out too?
What's that dude's name?
Zane.
Yeah, that's right. Sam.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Julian Sam. Super Saiyan.
So none of this is concrete for a quarterback, man. I mean, I got a list of 27 quarterbacks possibly now. Let me just take a
like I said, the only quarterback I know we're going Arch Manning, Trinidad Chambliss.
You got 3 guys. The kid from Notre Dame coming out next year too.
Yeah.
What about ain't Gunner Stockton coming out too? Even though I know he ain't gonna be no top, no first round pick.
But at least Stockton coming out.
Minster, the one that Duke's old quarterback that went to Miami.
You got that's another kid. That's another kid that nobody's talking about. That's another kid. Is that Sam Levitt kid?
Oh yeah.
Sam Levitt is good. I like that kid, but that Sam Levitt is real good.
So, Coach, that's 8 potential first round.
That's what I'm saying.
Who he play for, Coach?
He played for LSU now. He went to LSU.
He was Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, he was at Arizona State last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
And then, Coach, what about the guy from Cincinnati that transferred? They were saying that he would have been the first rounder this year, but he transferred from Cincinnati and went somewhere. I'm thinking his name in a second. Something like that.
Hold on.
Yeah, we talking.
You say he I got my iPhone right here.
Went to Texas Tech? Did he go to Texas Tech?
And he transferred. Left.
Okay.
No, excuse me.
Hold on, he went to where and transferred?
Hold on.
He was Cincinnati quarterback last year, and then he transferred out.
Is it that Brendan Sorbson?
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Brendan Sorbson. That's him.
Yeah, you add him in the mix,
yes, it's a lot of guys, man. It's a whole lot of kids.
Nico from UCLA coming out too.
And you also got John Mateer too.
John Mateer from Oklahoma.
There's a lot of quarterbacks next year.
A lot of them.
That's what I'm saying. He may not be the number 1 pick, like everybody's talking.
Nah. And then True.
Go ahead.
It kind of goes back to what you were saying about Ian Cunningham wanting all those picks in this draft because he knew that the next draft class overall was better than this one.
Exactly.
So let's say Tua comes in and outperforms his contract, and we don't really want to give him that type of money. You still got Penix on the cheap, and then hell, we could go quarterback next year. I'm not saying that that's what we're gonna do, but you just never know.
Exactly. That's the one I'm making. It's like, damn. But it's gonna be interesting, man, because we got less than 20 some days to that draft. Less than 20 days, and like I said, I keep seeing that Fernando. But is he a Tom Brady clone type person?
The cartel gonna make sure he go first.
Who is that?
I said the cartel gonna make sure he the first.
Because I see better people in this draft than he is that Oakland needs. Because I don't. Then again, that could be why Kirk got that $172 million too.
And then they said we got to pay $10 million of that, right?
Got to pay something of it. Yeah, we got to pay some of it. So how much I don't know, but we got to pay something.
I think we got to pay 10, and then what's the name got paid like
The other
one
half,
something, but yeah.
But he only get paid 1 point something from Oakland. Something's going on. Because right now we still ain't got that much money left.
But you know what? When Tom Brady was drafted, he wasn't that guy coming out of Michigan.
Exactly.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
He had to groom into being that guy. That took him at least a couple years.
And then you know what's funny? I still remember old Georgia Bulldog what's his name? Mo Smith. He wore number 57 for the Jets. I remember the hit he put on Bledsoe going out of bounds and knock him out the game. I was watching that game live. I was in Fort
came
Lauderdale
in with his big old knee pads on. Yeah, big old shoulder pads.
Break. Because I remember the Falcons played them that year. That's when we had Buchanan and Ashley Ambrose. So I'm like, oh, this is an easy win. You know, they got a new quarterback, and Tom came in and lit our ass up.
And we didn't win a game since after that.
Nope. Sure didn't.
So, but yeah, man, it's going to be very, very interesting. Like I said, I'm looking at people because he's not ranked number 1. He's like the 4th, 5th player overall ranking. You got Caleb Downs, who get ranked number 1. Then you got Jeremiah, and then you got Reuben Baines, who they're talking about may drop in his strap. They talk about his arm ain't long. So, I don't know.
Some of the Dimitrov sent a memo about that one. Says his arm ain't long. Don't take it.
We've been killed. Well, I know we was killed a lot because it showed on people, but they came in the pros and showed out. But anyway, that's another story. So my take on them for Oakland, I see O-line again. I see one of these big tackles. What that Francis Muega, whatever his name is, Magoa.
Yeah, he could go.
Or they may just go to a linebacker again, or an edge guy. You got David Bailey, you got Reuben Bain, you got all kind of people ahead that I think Oakland can go get. But for some reason, I still feel they're gonna get Fernando because, like you said, the mafia or the cartel or whoever.
So, okay, I got a question for us then.
Go ahead.
If he's not going number 1, where do you see him going now?
Let me look at my draft order. Let me look at my.
You mean like in the top?
Does he slip out of the top 10?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that either. Who's the Jets quarterback?
Me and you.
So, point being, who's the Cardinals quarterback?
Now you know they were saying that they were interested in my man Ty Simpson, but see, like if I'm the Cardinals and that happens, let's say Oakland takes that tackle first, or they trade out of the pick, or they may even call Arizona to move down. Who knows?
Arizona may call Oakland to move up.
Right, to move up. See, it's gonna be a lot of willing and dealing because it's something about Mendoza that I don't think teams are sold on. Because I think Indiana had their pro day already, right? He threw there. I know he threw
there, but I think there was more. I ain't gonna say this. I'm sure they was there to look at him, but they had 8 wide. They had 8 guys who can catch the ball out the back, catch the ball.
Right.
So. And who to say because nobody knew who he was until last year, right?
Nobody. Right, exactly.
Yeah, you didn't hear anything about him in 24.
He came from a different school. He transferred to Indiana. Indiana brought all those 5th-year players in.
Well,
ain't never wrong with that.
Right, because I remember he was at Cal originally.
He was at Cal.
They were in the ACC, and that was their first year kind of getting like that national exposure. But he didn't just have, eye-popping numbers. He did all right.
He wasn't focused on.
Nope, he wasn't. And I think Cal went through a coaching change, and then that's what made him leave.
Right, exactly.
And I mean, I feel like if anything, his brother might have more of a spotlight on him out down there at Tech just for what he did.
Yeah, exactly. He has to be the man.
Right.
Because you got to set yourself above what Haynes did as that quarterback. You have to.
That's gonna be hard.
That's what I'm saying. So he may not even get that shine like that because he has to be able to run that ball because that quarterback run the ball at Tech.
Right.
So it's gonna be interesting. Like you got all these teams ahead. Does Cleveland got a quarter? Yeah, they got Shador. I can't say that.
But they got Shador.
Now, top 10, you got number 8, the Saints. Are they sold on Tyler South? Whatever his name is? Slout?
Yeah. And the rumor was they were trying to go get Jordan Love, but all that died out with them signing ATN. So I can see them, they could do it too, Coach.
There's a lot of people. Now I think they'll love him down there. It's close to the border.
Don't do that, Coach.
It is close to Texas.
You know what?
Close. I'm just saying.
I was being messy this morning.
They gonna take a line and doing the salsa dance all in one.
I'm just saying. Yeah, that music down. Yeah, I'm just saying. So, but yeah, I'm just making, like I said, this is just conversation, man. But I don't. This draft gonna be very interesting. Gonna be very, very, very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this is things you have to think about.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna put it in everybody's head because anything can happen. But if Oakland takes him, who goes to? If Oakland takes Fernando, just for the conversation, who's number 2?
It got to be my man from Texas Tech, that DN, and then one of them Miami in.
So you do you feel that they're gonna give it another edge for the Jets? They don't brought in 15 people.
A million Jets. I remember something Bill Polian said a long time ago. It always stuck with me. He said the way the league looks at position, the passer, the guy who catches the passes, the guy who blocks for the passer, the guy who tackles the passer, which is the pass rusher, and the guy that intercepts the passer. Those are the top guys. Those are the pecking order as far as draft picks. So if you can throw it, they're gonna draft you. If you can block for them, they're gonna draft you. If you can go sack them, they're gonna draft you. If you can intercept it, they're gonna draft you. If you can catch the pass, they're gonna draft you. So I've always looked at that as kind of like my motto, and it goes back to what you were saying. So Oakland needs everything. They need somebody that can block for them. I think their receiving core is okay. I ain't saying it's just the best right now.
I got that. There you go. Let me see that.
They need a lot.
This is Oakland's wide receiver core. All right. We got Jack Beck.
Woo.
Trey Tucker.
Woo. Well, Trey, all right.
And Jalen Naylor.
Jalen, I wanted him in free agency. Yeah,
Naylor, yeah.
And they got Big Brock, don't they, at tight end?
They got Brock at tight end. They got Aston Gentry at running back.
Yeah.
See, they need running backs too, though.
They do.
Their backup is.
I see a trade down, Coach.
Who's their backup, Coach?
Dylan Lobby, whatever. Don't know who he is.
I don't know who that is.
Because they had on the boy from Georgia, what was his name? Number 3, the guy with the cliff lip, but I think they didn't resign him. I can't think of his name right now. But
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Zeus.
Zeus. Yeah. They had him for a while, and I'm not saying he's a bad player. I just think they line was shitty.
Yeah. So they brought in some linemen now. They brought in Knowlton Miller. I guess he was there last year. They brought in Spencer Buford from San Fran. They brought in Tyler Lindenbaum, the center. They did draft Jackson 2 years ago. Jackson Howard Johnson. They drafted him 2 years ago. And they got some guy named DJ Glaze. Don't know who he is, but he's on the team with him.
That's a horrible name for an offensive lineman, DJ Glaze.
He's a glazer. And like I said, they got Kurt. But it did do some on the defense. They picked up Whitty Payne. They picked up Quay Walker, and they picked up Kobe Dean.
Right. Now the defense is gonna be nicer than what
defense gonna be better.
Much better. I think they did some of those moves once that trade with what's name didn't go through. So maybe he would think about staying. But you have to think about once a trade has been solidified and it didn't go through because of you, how motivated is he going to be to return to Oakland? Like, that's my question. He might.
Well,
say,
he
man,
said he's
damn.
ready.
Okay.
He had a report. They said somebody reported it. They said he's cool with it. Whatever's going on, but the play on the field is going to dictate.
Yeah, it's going to dictate everything. You're right about that.
But they did draft Tyreek Wilson a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did. I remember we were linked to him. The big
guy. I wanted him coming out.
Yeah,
he went. Then he went to Texas Tech.
He did.
Yeah.
And to me, y'all, like that's why I tell people, like, it's funny. Did y'all listen to that interview Matt Ryan had with what's the young lady used to be on NFL Network? Real cute young lady. Can't think of her name. Little short brunette head girl. She's been on NFL Network, and now she's on NBC. God, what's that girl name? Somebody in the chat help me out.
I do not be watching those shows.
She's been on Good Morning Football.
The one that what's called got fired.
I know who you're talking about.
The one that left because of Stephen A. That one, Heidi.
Nah, not her. Okay. If y'all say
her name,
short brunette.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name.
Kay Adams.
That's her. Okay. That's her.
Y'all get Miss BJ knows everybody. I just ask Miss BJ. She'll tell you who they are.
Right. Y'all look at that interview. Y'all get a chance, go look at the interview she had with Matt. And Matt brought up a point that I even forgot. People got to realize scouting don't just stop in the NFL. I mean, with the college, they have NFL scouts that scouts potential free agents.
Throughout the year.
So, he may have washed out as a draft pick, with Oakland, but when he come up with free agency, man, and we all want him, he may just need a change of scenery.
Yep.
Good morning, Fresh.
I'm glad we take him.
Freshman.
The freshman.
Yup. What's happening?
Good morning. I see you woke up. No, you said you wanted a haircut. He wouldn't got a haircut today. My bad. He said gonna be late. I almost forgot. I forgot about that. But yeah, man, we're talking about the number one overall pick. Is Fernando's is he locked in?
I feel like he is.
Okay. But like what we've been talking about is like LA need more needs. And this class ain't the greatest class. Next year's class will be better. Mm-hmm. They did just bring Kirk in. I ain't saying Kirk's do all be all, but they did bring a quarterback in.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he wants to compete still. That's what he, at least that's what he says.
Say it again.
No, but his does.
Yeah, I was saying, Fresh got to answer the question for me. I said, don't agents go in the Hall of Fame? Because Kurt agent.
Oh, no, that Lord. Have they had the same one this whole time?
This man ain't got Kurt off. Think about this, y'all. Kurt has damn near got $1 billion. He ain't got that much, but he got
a half a billion though.
Yeah, he got a half a billion.
We talked about we talked about that last night though. It's like, God damn.
I bet his college girlfriend in his inbox like, hey, big head, every day, boy. Kurt wife got to fight him off, boy. That's why he left Atlanta. He couldn't go to Madison City. Them girls got a Kurt pocket quick.
Got this pocket. Well, he go. Hold on. Stop. Going to Vegas ain't no better.
Yeah, Vegas ain't no better.
He lead the club down here to go to Sin City.
Man,
that's
Kurt
what I'm saying.
That he gonna be in that soccer mom van. Them windows gonna be fogged up. That van gonna be rocking out there.
Nah, Kirk trying to go to the Kirk trying to go to the bunny ranch.
Right,
he ain't slick.
Okay, he can hide out there. His wife will never know. That's a long way out there.
Kurt hop out that van. Them Jesus sandals on.
You stupid. He talking about. Thank you. But no, man. Yeah, Kirk Cousins. He's a rich dude, bro.
Yes, he is.
You see, he ain't leave no thank you or nothing for in here.
I noticed that. Usually you see something. Now my point is Kirk going out to the Raiders. And I asked this question to Ann earlier. Is he the quarterback to mentor your future?
I want to let him mentor mine. I believe that's
You
why
understand
Matt
what I'm
got him
saying?
out here.
So
No.
that makes me, because his contract is actually, he only guaranteed that first year that $20 million, right? And we paying for half of that.
Yeah.
So they don't have to set the rest of that money gonna be dead cat money because it's all guaranteed supposedly. Certain amount of it's guaranteed. So they can get rid of Kirk after this 1 year, according to what I kind of read. So who to say next year ain't the class they want? Better quarterbacks all the way around.
That is true.
So and another question, is Mendoza a generational quarterback that you got to have? Or did he just have a great one season?
I want to say it.
Go ahead, Fred.
I was gonna say, I mean, his comparison is to Matt Ryan. Now, if we, you know what I'm saying, we know what how we feel about Matt. And if that's the same, and if he can have the same trajectory, I would say yeah. Because Matt gave you 14 years. I would say that's a generational talent.
True. I agree with that. But I'm just saying you brought Kirk.
And I was going to piggyback on what Fresh was saying. Let's all go back in our time machine. We remember that draft. A lot of us wanted Darren McFadden. A lot of us wanted Glenn Dorsey. Thank God they didn't listen to the fan base.
Thank God. I did not want no Glenn Dorsey. Hell no.
But
Glenn who? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Glenn Dorsey. Boy, Mike Smith got fired that first year. We would have took that dude. But no, I mean, to Fresh's point, now if you surround Mendoza with a power run game, play action, he'll tear you up. But that's what you got to do. He can't go nowhere like where he got to be the man, and they're like, hey, look, day one, we need you. Like, we don't know what else to say, but we need you to go out here and just lead us to the promised land. I think you set him up for failure then. But if you say, hey, look, man, run the ball, play action, and now Oakland got the pieces because like when Coach read their receiving core off, they're not bad in the running back room.
Not bad.
Like you said, they need to build the O line up. But I mean, if I'm Oakland,
Miller, he was the number one draft pick though, so it ain't like he's a bust or anything. Well,
right. Yeah, if I'm Oakland, I got my phone on. I'm taking off.
I think he'll be all right with the receivers they got, because if you look at what he worked with, they wasn't just over the top big name guys. So he's kind of already used to, working with.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. Because if you look at Indiana roster now, they got a lot of transfers because of what Mendoza did.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
That's true. But it's just a conversation, man.
And then if he's comparing to Matt,
that's a positive. I can't. But
yeah.
But does he? Leadership. Matt came in with leadership skills. Matt came in day one. He had leadership skills.
Right, and we see it now.
Yeah, exactly. But because he won the national championship, does that mean he has leadership skills? Or was it just the system and was the old ass players who played against kids? I'm gonna put it out there.
I think
the system and them big 27, 28-year dads out there.
That's what I'm saying. 56-year guys out there.
Right.
So
I would say it's kind of both. The system, because it didn't make him have to step outside and just be the guy, but it's still take a leader to run the system right and keep his guys in order.
That's true.
It do.
But they did respect him, so that's
yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, he earned my respect. When I seen him beat Ohio State, I said, okay. And then when he started beating
Yeah.
teams that I felt like more pro ready players than what Indiana had, I just said, man, I had this is the one season where I kind of had to tip my hat, like, hey man, a good coach.
He did the thing, though. He did his thing.
Yeah, I agree. What they did to Ohio State defense,
yeah,
I was like, okay, you got it.
Kind of neutralized him, bro.
Right. Yeah,
and one thing I wanted to say about the 1 year production, I mean, we kind of can't go off of that no more now, because look at what Joe Burrow did. He really only had 1 year production.
That's true too. That's
It
true.
was, and it carried over.
That's true.
That 1 year carried over.
Yeah.
So
it
Because
did.
he really,
But then
he
again,
really wasn't that good at LSU.
Look at his wide receiver core too.
What's the name? Ohio State.
Ohio State. He didn't even play.
But
he didn't
one thing
play.
I give Matt credit to, none of them dudes Matt throwing to in the league, all them dudes are warehouse general managers and stuff like that. Like, then none of them dudes go pro, but in Burrow and Mendoza's case, you threw to guys that's in the league. So to me, Matt's trajectory was way more impressive. Because I ain't gonna lie, like I remember when he came down here and they played Tech, man, he lit Tech ass. Tech had a good team during that time. Late early 2000s. So excuse me, late 2000s. Like, man, so I was kind of sold on Matt then. But then, like, the physical parts where they were talking about, well, he don't have a strong arm. People got to realize the West Coast offense was made for that. That's why Paul Brown made it.
Yeah,
he was a weak arm guy. I mean,
did Joe Montana have a strong arm?
No,
he did.
Nope.
Exactly.
He did not. Later on, as the years progressed, other quarterbacks that had strong arms like Brett Favre and people like that, they learned the system, but it's set up for that. It's set up for a little high percentage passes, slants, curls, comebacks, digs. It's set up for that. Those are high percentage. And then y'all know, coach, from being a coach, once your quarterback is in a rhythm, and that's what Mendoza is. He's a rhythm guy. Exactly. Boy, if he come off a drive where he had 5 or 6 straight completion, man, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, that's how he won the Heisman. I hate to say
he won. And I think that's what it is with Penix and Tua. They both are rhythm passers. You get Tua going, but he hot. He hard to stop.
That's true.
Yeah, that's one thing Matt said about him. He said when he's at his best, he's one of the best rhythm and timing throwers. So, I mean,
could be interesting. Very,
I think for us.
Yeah. So, all right. What else? Anyway, with that, now let's get on this Falcons talk just a little bit. We got 2 quarterbacks that's going to be competing. Who do y'all prefer?
Ooh.
I want Penix, but it's whoever. I'd rather have Penix, but whoever is the healthiest is gonna go.
Just say both the healthy.
That's how I see
you want Penix. Okay.
Yeah, I would want. I'm with Fresh. I would want Penix just because it looks better. I mean, you drafted the guy. He didn't look bad in the times he had. He just needs a competent coordinator, and now the coaching, and then like I was telling y'all, the interview that Matt had with Kay Adams, he like, man, Penix picking his brain in the office every day. He asking him about rehab. He asking him about the playbook. How would you attack people on this, down to this? So he wants to be great. It's in him. Right. It just has to happen, But yeah, I want Penix though. That's just me though.
I agree.
And then Tua came out and said he wouldn't mind being a, being a mentor. So we already have a guy in here. Yeah. So
now who to say? Hypothetically again, you know me. That they don't use both of them in some type of capacity.
We could, coach. And then what I like about it is the offense don't have to change. Like if Tua goes down, okay, or Penix, they both left-handed quarterbacks. So the receiving core, the offensive line, the blocking scheme, everybody is going to be used to a left-handed offense.
See, Nick Saban made that favor. Nick Saban made that work. Think about this. when Jalen Hurts was Jalen and Tua was on the same team.
Yeah, it was Jalen.
One of them doing good. Dick would put the other one in
At halftime.
That's how they beat Jordan.
They did a lot of teams that way. So who to say they're not gonna follow that same formula?
Can't game plan for two quarterbacks.
Can't blame exactly.
Nope.
You can't.
Can't do it.
So
Can't do that.
That's a possibility that could happen. It'd be interesting, but that's a possibility. As long as they're on the same accord, anything's possible.
And I just think Tua was just snake bit, man. Some organizations, it's just hard to replace that great guy. Like, man, Miami just not gonna find another Dan Marino. I'm sorry, man. Like the Bulls are not gonna find another Michael Jordan.
So
I'm gonna say this. I don't feel like Miami's been in a quarterback carousel though, neither. Like
no, they bring a guy and he plays that whole year. They may get another guy next year, but he plays. They don't have multiple quarterbacks unless somebody get hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
A person after the last solid guy after that was before Tua was Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
And Ryan Tannehill wasn't that bad at Miami, but
well, before Tannehill,
he had no supporting cast though. He had no supporting cast.
He did.
Yeah.
So. He did. It was a little rough though, because I remember the years of can't think of that guy's name, but he was number 9, their quarterback, and he was up and down. God, what was that guy's name? He was mediocre Mikey boy, but that's all they had.
Hold on.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I got a feeling I know who you talk about.
It was
number 9.
Didn't they have Dante Culpepper?
The only person I remember them having. Who?
Yeah, they had Culpepper for a little bit.
They had Culpepper for a little bit too, didn't they? Yeah.
But you remember they were gonna sign Breeze, and Breeze failed the physical, and then Miami retracted.
That was Nick Saban.
That was Saban. Yeah, so it was. And they took Culpepper. Thanks, Nick Saban. If you would have had Breeze down there, New Orleans probably never win that Super Bowl, and we never had to deal with that.
Right.
Thanks to that water.
Damn, I don't remember what quarterback that Miami had.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Fred.
They don't have some quarterbacks down there.
Yeah, but
different
I don't
guys.
even remember none of them hardly.
That's what I'm saying.
The last
Jay Fielder, that's his name.
Jay Fielder. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. They did have Jay Fielder.
That's right.
He was something.
I guess for me, I didn't start paying attention to Miami until they did get Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, yeah.
that's when they started kind of winning again.
Who was that wide receivers there? Who was that wide receivers there when they had Tannehill?
When they had Cunningham? I mean, when they had
Tannehill.
I think he had Jarvis Landry.
They had Landry.
Jarvis Landry and
Chambers. What was his name?
Chambers, yeah.
Chris Chambers.
They had Chris Chambers too. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's how bad it is.
I can't remember. His last name was Parker. He played for Louisville. He was like the number 1 receiver when Teddy Bridgewater was there.
Yeah. What was his name? Dwayne Parker.
Miami.
Yeah.
Something Parker, and he was pretty decent. He was pretty good.
All right.
Devontae. Yeah.
Devontae Parker.
Appreciate you, K-Block. Yeah.
Devontae Parker.
Hey, man.
Yep.
You got millions of dollars and all them pretty Latin women running around, man. That's a distraction enough.
Yeah.
And no quarter.
You go down to South Beach, boy. You're gonna be in trouble every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
You drop the game winning touchdown, you go to South Beach, you're gonna forget about that.
Mm-hmm. Nothing but sunshines and buns.
Hey.
That's all you gonna see, sunshines and buns.
You gonna say, "Oh, Poppy, it's okay. I saw you drop the pass." You gonna forget all about that.
Feel better.
It's okay, Poppy. I make it rain on you.
On you. But yeah, man. So
that's the BBL capital.
Yeah, they make them down there, boy. They got all the doctors to do it for you too.
Yes, sir.
So, but anyway,
I got a BBL academy down there.
Let's do talk about the quarterback. Let's have some fun now. I did. I asked yesterday. about the best dress class, not the Falcons draft class, but the class in general. Which year was the best class in general?
Oh, boy.
I got some classes, man, and I kind of I let the computer rank them. They said the 1983 class was the best class ever.
Ever? I mean, Marino was in that class, and Elway, I can go for that now.
Now these are the people that was in this class. I think there was a lot of Hall of Fames out in that class. I'm gonna give them to you.
89 too, coach. That's my favorite.
It's in there. It's in there. You got John Elway, Eric Dixon. This is just the first round. But you got Elway, Dixon, both Hall of Fame. You had Kurt Warner, running back Kurt Warner.
Oh yeah.
You had Chris Hinton went second. Billy Ray Smith went fifth. Jimbo Corbett, a tackle, Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
You had Todd Blackledge also. One of the greatest, but he was good when he came out of college. How's that?
Yeah,
Michael Haddix, a running back. You had Bruce Matthews, Hall of Famer. Who else is in that class? I'm trying to look at somebody else. You had Jim Kelly in that class also.
Jim Kelly.
You had Tony Eason in that class, who was good, came out of college. Mike Pitts, who went to Atlanta, was in that class. Good D lineman. Willie Galt was in that class.
Willie Galt.
Yeah. Jim Jeffcoat, DN, good DN. Ken O'Brien, quarterback, did good for his time when he had to play. You had Marino, Hall of Famer. You had Darryl Green, Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer, yep.
So in that first round, you had 6 Hall of Famers. 6.
I don't know.
That's just the first round.
You can't
hold on now. Then the second round, you had another Hall of Famer, Roger Craig.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Hey, hold on, I got some more.
Hey, where do you hear that 89 class though, bro? That class was solid too, though.
I think there was one more person that was a Hall of Famer in this group. Got to find out who's that. It was only 28 teams during that time too.
Yeah, that time frame, right?
You had Gary Kubiak in that class. He was the 8th round pick though, so he's gonna be a Hall of Famer in the coaching rank eventually one day, hopefully. He did some work, man. I see one more Hall of Famer. Who the hell was it? Did I get them all? I think I got them all. But no, you had one, Richard Dent, 8th round pick, Hall of Famer.
Right. Crim High School along, by the way.
Crim High School. Yeah, Crim High School. Is it Crim or was it Murphy?
It was Murphy back then.
It was Murphy back then. So I think, did he go to Murphy or did he go to Crim?
He went to Murphy.
Yeah, he went to Murphy, right?
Yeah, I think they changed their name. Crim.
He was the last year. Yeah, I think he was the last year. Yeah, Murphy. My mom went to Murphy. That's why I say.
Mine too.
Yeah, my mom went to Murphy back in the old days. So, was it 80? No, not 80, but 60 something, whatever the hell the year was.
Yeah, my mama came out of Murphy. I want to say like 7.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So you had 8 Hall of Famers come out that class. All right. So the next class they had on this list is 1996. They said this is the second best class. 1996.
That was Keyshawn and Marvin Harrison up.
Yeah, this is. Let me see who they got in this class. Like I said, I got a list of all these things. I got them on the computer. I'm ready for it. Keyshawn, I didn't realize Keyshawn was number 1. Yep. I didn't realize that. So this is their class right here. This is a good little class.
Which one are we doing?
1996. They said it's the second best class. I don't see how it is, but they had Keyshawn, they had Simeon Rice, Jonathan Alton, Lawrence Phillip. That's another story. Terry Glenn was a good. You had Willie Anderson, who was a good. Who else was in that class? You had Eddie George. Ain't Eddie George in the Hall of Fame? Oh, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
So he's not in the Hall of Fame yet, right? I thought he was, but for some reason I thought he was.
I thought he was, but
I did too. So
it would seem like he would be.
Right.
They don't have him. They don't have him marked in there. You had Marvin Harrison, who was in this class.
Yep.
You had Ray Lewis, who was in this class.
Yep. He went like 20th, right?
Yeah, Ray Lewis went 26.
Okay.
Who else was in that class?
When they both in the same class, him and Jonathan Ogden?
Yeah, him and Jonathan was in the same class, if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Oh, well, Baltimore,
Baltimore, they went crazy that year. They both were first round picks too. They both were first round picks.
I bet Falcons. I bet we took a bus.
And our quarterback coach was that's Alex. That's his brother. Lawyer Malloy was in that class, second round. Amani Tuma was in that class, second round.
Yeah.
So it was some people in that class, man. They ain't have as many. Let me see. Can I find T.O.? I think he was. Brian Dawkins was in that class too. Second round pick.
Lee Dawkins. Yeah.
Who else was in that class? I guess I just go to some of these names. Terrell Owens, third round pick. He was in that class, yes.
Third round pick. And he probably should have went over to Glenn, being for real.
I feel that. Yeah, you're right. He should have.
Man. What up the odds? You go third round and get a Hall of Fame.
Who else in that pick? That's decent. Like I said, a lot of decent players in that group, man.
And Coach, you remember back then,
go ahead.
Coach, you remember then receivers used to have to wear 80 through 89, right? So I remember the Cisco and Oakland game, because they was the Oakland Raiders back then. I can't say who this big ass number 15 making play, but it was Terrell Owens. And then you remember then they would have to change numbers once players got cut.
True. Yeah.
That number 81, I was like, okay, they got him one, but he came and leave busted both ass, man.
Also, what's called in that class? Zach Thomas in that class too.
Yeah, Miami had a good class that year because I think they took Zach and didn't they take Jason Taylor too that year?
Let me see. Was it the same year?
I want to say they were they were drafted around the same time. I could be wrong because I think did they take the two corners? Did they take Surtain, Dad, and then Madison that year?
Let me see who Miami took. They took Darryl Glover, Gardner, D tackle, that first round. Second round they took. I'm assuming they traded their second round pick because they didn't have a second round pick that year.
Okay.
Third round pick. Let me see what they had. They picked back to back. They had Dorian Brew and Kareem Abdul. What the freak?
Yeah,
running back
named
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What the hell?
How did UCLA at that?
Yeah. What the hell?
That threw me off a little bit.
I'm like, he played foot. He plays. He don't play no foot. Yeah.
I remember during that time, Jimmy Johnson was in Miami, so he was kind of converting that team.
That's
over.
True.
They took a fullback named Stanley Pritchett. I remember Stanley Pritchett.
He went to Doug, didn't he, Coach?
I want to say he did.
I think he was the Doug.
Jarris McField. But yeah, man, this is some.
Hey, you don't want to make people in the chat throwing up. You pull that down Falcon draft, that Falcon class from '96.
I'm gonna tell you who they picked. I'm gonna tell you who the Falcons.
Oh Jesus! See, why are you trying to open one?
Yeah, here we go with that.
For some reason, we didn't have a first round pick that year either.
We never did because of Dan Reed. Thanks, Dan.
Second round, who picked the second round? Let me see.
Nathan Davis. Don't say his name, Coach. You know.
I don't think we had a second round either. How did we give it so many picks? God damn.
Dan Reed for you, man. Dan Reed didn't like young player, man. He would trade a second round pick for a veteran receiver all day long.
No, we picked up Shannon Brown.
Wow.
Anyway, that's that. Yeah. That's now the third best team. Like I said, I got a lot of them here. We can go over all of them. You guys give me the teams y'all want to look at, the years y'all want to look at, because but we're going to the 2000 draft class. 2000 draft class. Whoa. Somebody got Somebody got a saw on.
All right, first here the car wash, ain't it?
I'm at the meeting for a second to come back in. I couldn't hear myself. All right, 2000 class. I don't say this is the great class. Well, I guess you can call it the good class. The good class. You had Courtney Brown that was number 1. LeVar Arrington, Chris Samuels. Peter Ward was in this class.
Peter Ward. He was
Lewis,
a college Hall of Famer.
College Hall of Famer, yeah. You had Jamal Lewis. I'm going to give you some people that I know. Plaxico Burress. You had Brian Urlacher, Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
John Abraham was in this class.
Yeah.
Hey,
First round pick.
Yep.
Sebastian
Janikowski.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Sean Pennington. Sean Alexander. Not bad.
Okay.
That's your first round group. Anthony Beck was in this class, good lineman. And that's the top guy that I see.
Shut up, Nathan Floyd.
What they say?
Talking about that's not what a vacuum is used for.
Y'all stupid. Somebody being messy. It ain't me this time.
Okay. He not Dewey from Scary Movie. Stop it.
But yeah, man. So yeah, that class there is not that great. 2004 class. This is they saying the 4th best class. Who's in this 2004 class? I don't know.
You took D Holiday.
Eli Manning.
Eli Manning.
Yeah, we took D Holiday.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Larry.
Phillip Rivers. Mm-hmm. The man of all man, Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor. Yep.
So yeah, I'm feeling good about this one already.
He's an honorable
Kellen
mention.
Winslow, who didn't mount to be nothing. He wasn't even half his daddy. You had Roy Williams, wide receiver Roy Williams. We had the Falcons' greatest one. The Falcons' greatest, D'Angelo Hall.
Yeah.
We had Dante Robinson. Mr. I'm gonna knock you out and myself out too. You had Ben Rosenberg. You had Jonathan Billman, the guy who I don't like.
Yeah.
Who else was in this class? Vince Wilfork, another big guy. I like him.
From
Steven
Miami.
Jackson. Steven Jackson was in this class. Not bad class. Michael Jenkins. Michael Jenkins was in this class.
Michael Jenkins, yeah.
Not bad. Not bad for that first round. I ain't gonna go to all the second. There's a lot of people in this thing. So not a lot of Hall of Famers. Nothing like 93. Nothing. A lot of players.
Yeah, a lot of solid players, yeah.
A lot of solid players. Oh, you had Jerry Allen in this group too. He was a 4th round pick. So yeah, so that's the 4th best class. 2011. We know we had in 2011. Do we need to go over that one?
Yes, sir. That was a great plan, man.
That was a good class. That was a wide receiver U class right there.
Coach, would you argue that's the best top 15 draft class of all time?
Often they go through it and look at it. There's some bad boys in this class here, boy. Oh my gosh, some bad boys. All right, this is what you got. This is your. Damn, I didn't know he was the 1st round pick either, but we're gonna go over. You had Cam Newton.
Yep, number 1.
Von Miller.
Number 1. Yeah, number 2. Yep.
You had Marcel Darius. Yes. AJ Green. Pat Peterson. Oh my God.
Pat P. Yeah.
Julio. Aiden Smith until he went crazy.
Yes.
Yep.
You had Jake Locker until his neck got broke.
And Jake Locker was probably the worst pick of everybody.
Well, if he didn't have that bad neck, I think he'd been okay.
Yeah.
I think that did him in. But then again, he was homesick. He never left the state of Washington his whole life.
Then again, he got hooked up by
Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. That boy's a badass coach, boy. His team wins all the time. He's a high school coach, but he's a badass high
Out of
school
him
coach.
and Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah, the Blaine Gabbert was in that draft too. You had Tyron Smith.
Yep. He
had
went.
Tyron Smith. You had J.J. Magic Watts.
Sir.
Christian Ponder. Yeah.
Christian Ponder.
You had Nick.
We know how that went.
You had
Don't do that.
you had Nick Get Out of Your Folly.
Nick Farley
Farley.
from
Nick
from Auburn.
Auburn.
You had Robert Quinn, who was a damn good DN. You had Mike Puncy.
Remember Robert? Yeah.
You had one of the twins, Mike Puncy. You
Yeah,
had Ryan.
Tom, yeah.
You had Ryan Kerrigan, who's a decent DN.
Oh yeah, y'all.
You had Prince Amankukamara. He was okay. You had Adrian Claiborne, Mr. I'm gonna get 8 sacks on one person. Yes, I got you. Anthony Casalato, good tackle. You had the favorite DN from New Orleans. I ain't gonna mention his name. You had the turnstile that came to Atlanta, James Carpenter.
Lord have mercy.
You had Mark Ingram, Mr. Heisman. You had Cameron Hayward, who's still playing football. Yeah, man, that was a good first round. That was a damn good first round. And you had Andy Dalton. You had Colin Kaepernick, second round guy. Who else you had in that group?
Cal Rudolph.
Cal Rudolph was in that group. You had Brooke Reeves in that group also.
Mm-hmm.
Second round. Randall Cobb, he was in the second round. Let me see who's in.
He played a long time too.
He played a long time.
Sure did.
Torrey Smith.
Guess who Atlanta drafted in the third round that year? Yep.
Well, who we could have had?
Where is he?
Who we could have had that
King
year?
Dent.
Instead of Dent.
Yeah. Who could we had that year? I'm trying to think.
Instead of Dent.
Jeez. I'm looking. We could have had DeMarco Murray.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Julio and DeMarco. Nice little combo.
Yeah, would have been.
Yeah, DeMarco was nice.
Yeah. Let me see. Who do we pick in the fourth round?
We could have had Gerald Casey.
Could have had a lot of people.
Leonard Hankerson was in that draft too.
Leonard Hankerson in that draft too. Yeah.
Thomas Core special teams. Dimitrov.
Yeah, he did a lot of something. We did get in the fifth round. We did get Jack Harris. He was solid.
Yeah.
Robinson.
Yeah. He was solid.
TJ Watt was in this draft class.
I know. I don't want to talk about that. We picked up somebody who we shouldn't pick up. No, we got Julio. So I ain't mad at it. We got Julio.
Nah, he talking about that. He talking about we could have had TJ Watt instead of somebody else, but hey, who?
But we got TJ though. Now TJ was first round pick though. He said, that's another draft. That's not this year.
We're not going there. No.
I mean, not TJ Watt.
Hey, my
Yates. That's what I meant to say. TJ Yates.
But now you right though, fresh. But we took old Takaris and his grandma.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about that yet. Let's go to the next year. I'm telling you. Don't remind me of nothing. All right, now. You said that 1989 draft?
Yes, sir. This is my favorite one, y'all.
Is that right?
Dogs
Who was number one?
Mandarin, sorry.
Troy Aikman.
No, Troy Aikman. That's right.
You got 4 Hall of Fame. You got 4 Hall of Fames in the top 5. How's that? Is that saying a lot? You had Troy Aikman. I don't know if Tony didn't play enough games. That's his problem. He didn't play enough games. He was hurt. Then you got Barry Sanders, you got Derek Thomas, and you got Deion Sanders. Right off the top 5.
That's a hell of a top 5. Give me a top 5 better than that.
That's a top 5 right there.
And who else?
That's legit.
that's legit.
Then you got Steve Atwater, who's in that first draft. That's 6. That's 5 so far, first round.
And that's what to knock everybody out. Myself, the coach, the trainer, everybody.
I didn't realize Andre Rison was the first round pick. I did not realize that.
Because you remember we traded on the next year.
Yeah, he came out. Yeah, he was in that draft. He was went to Indianapolis.
I mean, that's why I told y'all that's my favorite draft. My 2 favorite drafts of all time.
That's a good pick. Second round. Let me see what's in the second round pick. That's worth looking at. Linebacker Jesse Smalls. He's small. He didn't play much. That's a good pick. You're right. That's a good draft.
What I'm ready to do now is I'm getting ready to start flipping these over.
All right.
I don't know if you guys are.
I'm gonna look at more.
Just look his way through. So all we do now is
1974.
Just like this. All right. Look at that. The reason I do it this way, this is my new way of doing it because I want to make. Oh, that's perfect. Look at this.
What's in 1974? There's a lot of old people. Ball Castle was in 75 draft. So. All right, this is what you had in 1974.
I just know that I like my trip to be a certain texture, and I promise you, you don't need no more than 4 minutes. We just probably go another minute and a half. We'll take those out.
I don't want to.
However, I'm not going to line this with let me put that in there, whatever drips, because we don't use that as we reintroduce it back into the cabbage. All right, now you see where we at right here. I'm just move these around.
Look, what you listen to, Fresh?
The whole purpose of this is important.
I love watching whoever watching that. I love watching him.
I'm gonna drop on Sunday, man.
Okay. Do your thing, brother.
I see y'all. Y'all be safe.
All right.
All right, John.
They said this is a great draft. I'm trying to see how this is so great. Too Tall Jones. Okay, he got a couple Hall of Famers in there. Okay. Who else is in that group? I'm looking for the names that I can resonate with. You had Randy Garcia. He's a linebacker, Hall of Famer linebacker from Denver. Lance Swan was in this draft. Not a lot of Hall of Famers. I don't know. These people are old. I was only like 7 at this time, so I don't know. Oh, you had Dave Casper. Oh, Jack Lambert. Yeah, they had some people in this group.
Oh, Jack Lambert. Oh, yeah.
Had some old timers in this group. He was the second round pick. Then you had John Stallworth, who was the 4th round pick, Hall of Famer. You had Mike Webster. Everybody from Pittsburgh with Hall of Famers. I'm just looking at this whole list. Everybody from Pittsburgh with Hall of Famers.
That's true. Yeah.
That ain't fair. Mike Webster, another Hall of Famer.
Mike Webster.
But then again, they won some Super Bowls, though. They didn't win Super Bowls.
I mean,
that's what happens when your organization does their job.
Yeah, I can't fault them.
Yeah, they dominated the.
But again, you had 100 picks because you had 15, 16 rounds. No, you had like 20 rounds, I think, 17 rounds. That's a lot of rounds, bro. That's a lot of rounds of drafting. That's like 5 days of drafting. But then again, back in the day, you couldn't be treated. You didn't have free agency then. Once you were drafted by a team, you was owned by that team for your whole time. So that's the difference between then and there. All right, y'all. What year y'all want to look at? Give me a year y'all think was a good year besides the one that you mentioned. Anybody in the chat? He said 2001. Let's look at 2001. Somebody put 2001 class.
Mm-hmm.
We know who was drafted that year. Everybody who drafted that year.
Everybody, the whole world.
The dog killer.
It ain't a bad class now. Let's look at it. Let's go over it. You had Michael Vick. He was first. We know that. LaDainian was number 5, Hall of Famer. Richard Seymour, number 6, Hall of Famer. Andre Carter wasn't bad. I liked him. You had Roy Garner, who wasn't a bad wide receiver either. You had Santana Moss. I don't know what happened, but he He had 10,000 yards receiving, so that ain't bad.
That's not bad.
I just think he ended up going to the wrong team, being on the Redskins that entire time. I think he should have just tried to
stay with the Jets. Because Jets guys do get in the Hall of Fame for some strange reason. They do get in the Hall of Fame. Steve Hutchinson.
You got the media to push him in there.
Exactly. You had Steve Allen. You had Will Allen, lineman. You also had Adam Archuleta. Everybody remember Adam Archuleta?
Yeah.
The DB.
Quarterback. Yeah.
No, he was a DB. He was a DB from
cornerback.
White kid. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You had Casey Hampton, the nose tackle for Pittsburgh. You had Deuce McAllister. I like Deuce. Deuce was a bad man.
I remember Deuce. Yeah.
He was a bad man. And you know Atlanta? No, they didn't draft him like a minute, but he came to Atlanta for some reason. Who else they had in this group? Yeah, Reggie Wayne. I'm surprised they ain't in the Hall of Fame yet.
Should be.
Yeah, Todd Heap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Todd Heap that year. Nice tight end for B-More. Yeah, Drew Brees, first pick in the second round. Damn, this was not a bad draft. Not a bad class. You had Algie Crumpler. I'm still concussed a little bit. You had Chad Ochocinco in this group.
Mr. Johnson. It was Mr. Johnson at that time.
Yeah, it was Mr. Johnson.
Right. It was just Chad Johnson. It's straight Chad Johnson. That's it. Chris Jenkins was in this group. Fred Smoot was in this group, which is not a bad pick.
Smoot. Oh, yeah. I remember that guy.
Matt Light, the tackle, wasn't a bad pick. You had Dominic Rosella. His son plays football now. Chris Chambers, who we talked about earlier, to Miami, he was in this group. Who else had that? Not bad people in here. Not bad.
What draft class had the most Hall of Famers in it?
83.
83?
Had 8. Not first round picks.
Out of the entire draft?
Yeah, 8.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Steve Smith
But
was in that group also. He was the third round.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, shoot, that might be the best one. It had 8 Hall of Famers in it.
Yeah, but by far it's the best one. Yeah, by far it's the best one. Now, somebody said the 2017. I don't see that. Let me see who's in that.
Down there almost. I think down there almost anything past 2012. That's
to me be considered. But
I don't think it's touching after that.
But they had some decent players in this group. They ain't Hall of Famers yet, but I'm gonna see how many Hall of Famers can be in this. I'm gonna see how many Hall of Famers can be in this group. I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna peep. All right. Damn, this is a good group though. Good talented group. How's that? Let's go that way. You got Myles Garrett.
This is 17.
This is 17. You got Myles Garrett. You had Leonard Fournette. Good pick. Jamal Adams was until he started looking like he was retarded. Good. Christian McCaffrey. Good pick. John Ross just fast. That's all you can say about him. You had Pat Mahomes. You got Mr. I Want to Touch Somebody. Marshawn Lattimore was in that group. You got I like touching people also. Deshaun Watson's in that group.
That's what I thought you was talking about at first.
No, I'm talking about
when you first said.
Yeah, that's Mr. Grab-a-lot.
Mr. Grab-a-more.
You got Mr. Grab-a-lot, Mr. I Want to Touch a lot. You got both those in the same group. You got both of them in the same group.
Yeah.
You also got wide receiver Mike Williams in that group, who can never stay right. You got Hassan Reddick, decent little linebacker. You got Derek Barnett, who's a decent linebacker. Marlon Humphrey, nice cornerback. You got Jonathan Allen, decent, all right. Dory Jackson, I ain't gonna give him all that, but
yeah, he didn't live up to. I thought Dory Jackson was gonna be.
Yeah, we all did.
Way better than what he was when he came out.
Yeah, I did too. When he came out of USC, so much hype around him.
Yeah.
Now this is the Yeah, this is what we figure. This one we have a little fun right here. We got Jabril Peppers, and who did Atlanta take? I'm gonna do this for my
17.
grandma.
Was this Tack McKinley?
For my
Yeah.
grandma.
Now,
Tack.
let's look at this. Now, let's look at this with a grain of salt.
Come on, coach.
Who they could have had? Did we need a tight end at that time? Possible. We had David
T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt, Reuben Foster, linebacker
Reuben
that we
Foster,
needed at that time. Who else? Oh my Lord, this is just.
Wasn't Buddha in this too?
Yes, the next round. Next round.
Come on.
Baker,
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Dimitrov should have been gone. Dimitrov and
oh my goodness.
And Dan Quinn should have been gone.
Let me look at the second round. Who we had in the second round? Somehow we didn't have a second round pick that year. Again. Oh my God.
I think we end up trading. Remember, I think that second round pick.
We didn't have a third
traded.
We didn't have a third either.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we had a third round. Hold on now. Look.
Copy, coach.
Look who we took in the third round. We took Duke Riley. Who could we have had? No, we didn't want him either. Could have had a wide receiver, Chris Galtman, if you wanted.
I would have been fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Jordan Lewis in that group too. Went to Dallas. So yeah,
I like that.
Oh, they took him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't think we needed a wide receiver at that time because we had Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, exactly.
And Muhammad. And Julio. So
yeah, we was fine. Oh my God.
It's the back stepper.
Anyway.
Okay, let's close the room, coach. Close the room.
Let's close, man. Anyway. Anybody else got any more people want to look at before we go? Because it's that time, man. I'm gonna do my mock draft. If anybody else want to come on and do one, just put in the chat you want to do one. But today's mock draft gonna be a little special. I'm only gonna pick best player available. Top guy, but I may do a trade just to get more picks. But top guy.
Exactly, Southside. That was nasty work.
Yeah, that was ugly. Duke Riley.
Blonde is of Chris Scott.
Yes.
That makes sense.
But I'm one day next week I'm gonna check out the Falcons best draft class of all time. Y'all think it's still 2016 or was it last year?
It's too early to tell that.
Too early to tell?
Yeah.
These guys gave us what? 4 good years? 4 good years?
They haven't reached their full potential yet.
Yeah, that's good. See, Nathan Floyd said the 1964 was the best class. Let's look at it there, Mr. Nathan Floyd. I'm just curious. Before we go,
I wasn't even thought of 1964.
Right. I wasn't even thought
Me
of
either. I'm just curious who's in that class. I wasn't even born yet.
I'm putting it twinkling.
You probably have to go look them draft classes up on Stone Tablet.
I got him in here. I got it.
Look them up.
Now, hold on, Nathan Floyd. Are you looking at AF? No, that's 2 classes. You had an AFL and an NFL. What class are you talking about?
Yeah. That's true.
What class are you talking about? The NFL didn't go full slate until 1966. That's another one. We had the number 1 pick in 1966. Who did we pick, y'all? Anybody know who we picked in 66? Y'all tell me y'all don't know. I'm going to cuss. Everybody needs to chat out. Who was the first class in 1966, chat? Anybody know? Somebody old one better know. I wasn't even born yet, but I knew who it was. Anyway, let's look at NFL class. He said the best class. I don't see how that was the best class. What's up, Zay? All right, they ain't have 14. Y'all gotta realize they ain't have 14 teams back then. They had 4 Hall of Famers. That's not bad either, though. You had Dave Parks, no tackle. You had Bob Brown, tackle. You had wide receiver Charlie Taylor, Hall of Famer. Both of those guys are Hall of Famer. Carl Eller, DN, Hall of Famer. You had Paul Warfield, the actor, wide receiver, Hall of Famer. I can't see him being a football player. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. I know Miss PJ.
Appreciate you, Miss PJ.
Oh shit, they had more. They had 6 Hall of Famers in the first 2 rounds. 7 Hall of Famers. 8 Hall of Famers. Oh shit. 9 Hall of Famers. Oh shit. 10 Hall of Famers. Oh my Lord.
Damn.
Yeah, 10. Oh, there's only 14 teams back in that day, too, now. They had 10 Hall of Famers. Like I said, I gave you the first 4. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, he was that old? They had Mel Renfro, Dallas DB. They had Paul Cross, Washington DB, Hall of Famer. They built Hall of Famers. Dave Wilcock, San Francisco linebacker, Hall of Famer. Who else? Bob Hayes, Dallas. Split in, which is wide receiver still. Bob Hayes, Dallas, Hall of Famer. Leroy Kelly, running back, Cleveland, Hall of Famer. This one we had the old people voting in. Roger Staubach was the 10th round pick. He's a Hall of Famer. 1964. Roger Staubach played football that long, but he did go to the war. He was in the Navy. He went to Vietnam.
Yeah,
he went to Vietnam. So yeah. So when he came back from the war, I guess that's when he started playing football. So yeah, okay. Damn, that's a lot of Hall of Famers, man. So that's the best class technically if you're looking at for Hall of Famers. But I ain't going that far back. I didn't watch these guys play. The only person I seen play was Bill Curry was in that draft too. He was like next to the last pick. They had 20 rounds back then too. So yeah, Anyway, what he said? Got a co-worker with the school with Bob Hayes. I met in Carol. Bob Hayes, that old man, Bob Hayes. He said a co-worker. I thought he said a classmate. Oh my God, thanks. I thought you said a classmate. I was like, how old are you, Tracy? Okay, Bill Parcells is in that draft class too. I think so, yeah. I think he was too.
Oh,
but he's there. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's
big tuna.
The big tuna. So, but yeah, man, there we go with these classes, man. So, like I said, I got something in there, put them in the chat, man. We're going to go through it. Right now, like I say, thank you, Zay. Appreciate you, brother. He's a big fan, so you guys keep up the good work. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you supporting, Zay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
yes, sir.
Without further ado, man, I'm going to get to this mock today. And like I said, best player available.
Draft. This draft mock.
Yeah, the best player available. That's what I'm going to do. And
let's hope Mr. Rodriguez is at 48.
Let's see. We're gonna peep and creep. We're gonna peep and creep and see what happens. I got some mock.
Get it.
Baby. Here we go. I don't want that showing, so why is that showing? I don't want those comments on what's going on. How do you take that off? Take the comments off. Okay. This thing has changed, man. This thing be doing some stuff now. Comments. How you check the comments off? Okay, I don't want. There we go. I take it off. Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah, you good.
All right. Finna start this thing, man. Best player available. Just to have a little fun. All right. In a draft. Start draft. Yeah, they took. Yeah. It's going fast. It's going fast. That's who's first pick. Oh, I don't want no quarterback.
Oh hell no! Ty Simpson.
No quarterback. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make this known. No quarterback getting taken. I should have said that also. No quarterback.
Hell.
So I go with the next best person.
That's not that one.
Yeah. Well, I'm not taking a quarterback. No quarterback's taken. I should have said that. No quarterback taken. The next best available player, not quarterback. But then again,
you know the Cardinals are the ones kind of looking into Ty Simpson.
Now, what if what's going to pass on Mendoza? Is there a possibility he goes there? Just
that's what OG Sam been saying, what if Oakland passes and he drops? I think the Cardinals should take him. I would.
The Cardinals number 2 or the Jersey number 2? Would Jersey go to Mendoza?
Jersey's number 2.
Yeah, Jersey's number 2.
Would you think the Cardinals?
Yeah, but the Cardinals are number 3, I think.
So would they try to trade up the Jets to get Mendoza? Do you think there'd be a possibility for that to happen?
I don't think they would have to.
You don't think the Jets will take a quarterback?
I think they should.
It ain't worked out for them.
Yeah.
No, what? Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't because they did just bring Geno in.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't.
I mean,
Coach already said Geno Coach said Geno gonna take to the promised land. That's what the coach said.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying to I was like, man, the Jets is being the Jets. I'm gonna say it like that. I ain't gonna throw no bad title on their name or anything like that, but the Jets are being the Jets.
All right,
and I got a feeling they're gonna be the Jets. Ooh,
now I feel better. Okay.
Oh, he's right there.
Best player available. Got it.
Oh, you better snatch and grab that.
All right, that's how it worked out.
Yeah.
Tight end. I'm peeping.
Tight end or no?
Do we need a tight end? Jack, should I go tight end or should I go? I just got a wide receiver.
Here's your options: tight end, double dipper, wide receiver, or trade back. What you want to do?
If it was me, I would trade back.
But it's just so far back, though. Only one off. Trade back to 103.
Oh no, yeah, never mind. Jess, y'all can keep that.
I want to tight end. But you know what? That guy has been linked to.
I mean, we would have 2 picks back to back.
But with tight end, this guy has been
100.
linked to
You'll
us
have 104.
on some draft. He has been linked to us. She said no tight end there. See, I got to get best player available. There just ain't the best player
I don't
available.
think we need a tight end.
I'm not picking need though.
Yeah.
I'm not picking need.
And he's the best player. Damn. I would say you have to trade back.
Oh my god. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like this scenario I made for myself. Okay.
Rumors that Dallas is attempting to draft they trade with Arizona to get David Bailey.
I can see that. That's another. And again, they got a different regime though. I can get a lot of this. Do I want more picks? Let me see how. No, they won't do that, but they'll do that. You know what? Don't need a tight end, so I'm gonna trade back. That could be my option. I got it. I see what I'm doing.
Yeah, I would say trade back and still pick our best available. Let's see. Yeah. Even though it's gonna be, we'll have 103, 104. We'll have back to back.
I see a center. Okay, I'm
center.
I'll
center.
take a center.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll take
the center. I'm picking up. But no quarterback.
Don't need no quarterback.
I'll take the safety. Just want to look at it. I'm just going best field. Just tuck the safety.
Another safety.
Damn.
You could double dip on wide receiver.
I could.
Second best player, brother.
Let me see something. Let me look at something. I got an idea. Let's see what it work out. I got an idea. I hope it works out what I'm looking at. Let's see. Let me tuck it. Let me see how it works out. Damn, it still didn't work out the way I wanted. All right, double dip at wide receiver. Forget it. See how far you go back. That's too far. All right, I'm double dipping that wide receiver. I'm good with that.
Go ahead.
Ooh, this is a crazy scenario I made for myself.
Oh, wow. Hey, you fix your wide receiver.
H-back.
Emmett Johnson.
Go H-back.
We just brought in all those running backs. I should have made that scenario. No quarterbacks, no running backs.
Yeah.
No tight ends. I'm being messy now. What I got so far? God damn. Wide receiver, center, safety.
He's still available. Yes.
Who is that? Lane. Yeah,
I don't understand why he dropping though.
He keep dropping every time. Turn around, he's farther back.
Did he not look at?
He drops further and further.
But we know he's a talent.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the pro day.
All right.
Hey, maybe that's an indicator he gonna drop to us.
I ain't getting free wide receiver.
No triple up on wide receiver, coach.
Do I got a cornerback yet? No, I'm getting the cornerback. Fudge.
Dang.
I'm missing all
Keenan is dropping. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's weird.
Best player available for.
Now he didn't look. Yeah, he didn't look good at the combine, of course, but I would think he would have looked better at his pro day.
I'm trying something. I hope somebody pick these people up. If I can see Tim Keenan will be there right beat him right now. They are. Let's see if Tim Keenan will be there. Yep, I'm good.
There we go.
Hey, they maneuvered the draft.
Hey, I take him, coach.
I had to maneuver it. No quarterback. Okay. I need a cornerback, right? I need a cornerback. All right, there we go. Look, my boy right there.
Oh, Cardwell, dang.
Yeah. 215. Where we at? No fullback.
Don't need a center.
Don't need a center. He's next. But I said no tight ends earlier, didn't I?
Yep. We just got a running back.
Don't need a safety, but we need a linebacker. Need a linebacker.
That's about the best spot. That's the next best.
Oh my Lord, this is an ugly draft.
We ain't got one.
Don't need center though.
Dang, Don. Jackson dropped this far?
Yeah, he dropped way.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, we got
both of them actually.
Yeah, that's
both
weird.
But I could double on cornerback. Get that room. We can.
Yeah, that cornerback out of Toledo. Yeah.
He go though, ain't he?
And he right there.
Now that cornerback out of
Oregon's not
is
bad
good
either.
too.
He's not bad either.
Both of them.
Yeah, pick a poison.
Either one.
Yeah, this draft sucks.
Yeah, for the way we had to use it to do it. Yeah.
I get myself an edge, guy. And the last pick would be almost the last pick. Quarterback, Green. Now,
that's funny.
We said no quarterbacks, but
Do you
I
take
like
a
this
chance?
kid. I'll take a chance on this kid right here, Taylor Green.
I would.
That could be our
Insurance policy.
Ooh, it again. Why not go tackle? I have everything else.
Oh yeah, that's the that DT right there, James Thompson
James
Jr.
Thornton,
that was the guy I was talking about at the Eastern Western Shrine Bowl.
Oh yeah, from Illinois.
Yeah.
There we go.
He's a monster.
Let's see kind of grade we get. This looks like a B+.
You got some awards.
I'm scared to look at the draft.
Dang, I'm surprised. That's the first time it didn't suggest that you needed to pick people.
I noticed that. That's what's freaking me out. That's what's freaking me out.
Okay, you see an A, B, O, O.
Oh, this got to be an A. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
funny.
Yeah.
This is funny.
That's it.
This is
That's
funny.
easy.
This is, I guess, it's considered a good draft. Wow.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I mean, if we was to get all these people, I wouldn't be mad about a lot of them.
Not bad. What's
I
up,
like
Dale
James,
Gertie? What's up,
our
bro?
last pick.
Hey, I got you a bottle. I picked it up yesterday for you, just to let you know. I don't see you on the date, so I probably had to bring it to your house. Just to let you know.
I like the 2 DT picks.
Yeah, that actually got an A for Tim Keenan. You got a what? A B+ for
B+ for James.
That's not bad. 5th round for Tim Keenan. That's not bad.
Yeah,
I will take that.
Yeah,
and the 7th round pick.
Yeah.
Now, think about this. Just imagine this. We don't have a 5th round pick though. We don't have a 5th round pick. So that's the only second thing. But I can see your boy moving back and getting another pick somewhere. Out of that, what's called. Getting at least 2 picks for that.
I wouldn't trip. I wouldn't be mad about it.
So
I like that safety too.
Oh, Jenny Smith. Yeah, I talked about him last week.
Yeah.
I think he can help out.
Yeah, he's definitely.
If you decide to move on from Jesse, there you go.
Mm-hmm. So, I like the center.
That's a good pick, Logan Jones.
Yeah, I like the center pick even more now because I'm looking at it from Iowa. Like we always say, Iowa State always put out
they
solid.
make those linemen, man. So
Iowa
State,
good offensive lineman. That's respect.
All right. Okay, so unless you guys want to do one today, let me know.
Do I think he will fall to the 3rd round? A little bit, I kind of do.
I do too. That's what I'm saying. Depends on how we got. You said you guys think Chris Braz will fall to the 3rd round? Anything's possible. There's a lot of wide receivers going to be in that 3rd round, guys. If we drop back and go third, there'll be a lot of wide receivers in that 3rd round.
I think it depends on what's going to be that first run in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah.
Then that's going to determine what's the next. What's the next one going to be? So.
Yeah.
But is this a wide receiver? This is a strong, I ain't call it a great wide receiver class, but it's a very deep wide receiver class.
It's very deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's what she said.
Oh. All right.
That's how you pull the trigger.
Oh my Lord.
He said it was very deep.
So if there's anybody out there in the chat land that want to do a mock, just let me know. I'll put the link in the chat. You guys can come on and do one.
Come on.
I thought what's called gonna be here and doing one today, but he didn't come in.
Tadra.
Yeah, Tadra.
Yeah. I haven't seen him.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Zay said, "Dang, fresh." Hey, Zay, you want to come on and do one, man? You got time to come on and do one?
Yeah, come on, Zay.
Come on.
You got time to do
come on, Cletus.
Come on, Cletus. Come on.
Look, you're going to walk down, but you're going to limp back.
But yeah, man, so. Yeah, come on, GT. Come on, man. Let me send the chat. Let me send you the link to you right quick. I got you. George Textbook comes here to come and do one.
Come on.
Come on, Cletus.
I want you to call the YMCA and see if you can get a.
All right, George Textbook. Link's in there. Hit it up, brother. There you go. Why am I? Somebody turned the heat off in my house. My leg getting cold.
Would you just get the food stamps?
He said Zay can do one next week. Folks.
Sound like a plan, bro. Sound like a plan. The draft is coming up real soon and real fast. Real soon.
We got to do more homework.
So right now we're waiting on George Textbook to hop on in here. But yeah, man, that was actually a damn good draft. I think about it. If we do best player available, that wasn't bad. But you got to have. You can't do if you do best player available. You have your stipulation. You're not going to draft certain people.
I can get a membership.
Yep.
There you go. What's up, George Tex boy?
Okay.
I went over 5:30 just now.
Okay.
So it's good.
She said I would have to come to the location and do the.
You on mute, brother. Unmute yourself.
How about now?
Yeah, there you go. There we go.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right on a good Saturday.
Yes, sir.
How about
Yes, sir.
y'all?
I got sun, but it's cold as hell outside. All right. So ready when you're ready, brother. Let's get in do your thing.
Let go.
All right. Any pre-trade before I start?
Let's trade Jesse Bates.
Damn. Off the top?
Off the rip.
Oh my God.
You're gone.
All right. With who?
Let's trade Jesse Bates to a team like
I do get help from food stamps.
AFC team in the playoffs.
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Pittsburgh
or Buffalo.
Pittsburgh or Buffalo for the number 26 pick.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't doing it.
So how about for 91 and 168?
No 91, 168. But you can get 160, but you can also do this. You probably get 91. Nope. You get 126.
Let's see about trading him to
Thing from the food stamp place and
what about to the Patriots?
To the Patriots.
Oh, I need to get a letter. Why come you think
for 31?
My food stamp cord.
Yeah.
No, they ain't getting that either.
Okay, try for 63 and 171.
You give up a fifth next year, you probably get no. They ain't giving you that either.
Well, how about no trade? Let's go to the draft.
No trade. See, you go second round. You give up your 48.
Turn to the Eagles.
Say it again.
Nathan Floyd said trade him to the Eagles.
I don't get it.
Trade him to the Eagles. They take anybody.
That's funny.
See, Jesse Bates in a 4th round. That's pushing it. 5th. In your 231. No, that's still ain't getting. Oh yeah, they strict. Everybody being messy. Nobody wants to trade.
Everybody being stingy now.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the end of this, baby. They stingy today. But I can't get BJ could have got you that 1st round though.
I bet you Kyle Pitts could have got you a 1st round draft pick.
It's been close, especially those late ones. All right, you got 4 people that want to trade with you.
Let's look at the trade offers.
48, you get 53 for sure. I know. Can't get 85. You get 121 for sure.
All right, I'll take that.
That's all you want? I'm greedy.
Let's see if I can get that 161 as well.
Yeah. You good there? Or you want some more?
Give me your socks.
You can get that. Want to go
I'll
with
take
that?
those 3 picks for 48.
They took it. I knew they would take it. They desperate. Pittsburgh's desperate for everything. All right,
that's robbery.
Highway robbery.
Ooh.
All right, let's look at the D tackles.
D tackles. You got your brunt.
All right.
See, Dominic Earns just fell again too.
Let's look at the wide receivers.
Wide receivers. Oh, I see what you did. I see what you did, young man.
Oh.
All right. Let me look at the cornerback.
Oh. I know where he going there too.
All right. Give me let me look at the linebackers real quick.
Linebackers.
All right. Give me Chris Brazel at 53.
Now, let me go back to somewhere real quick, guys. This kid right here, they had him trying to tight end.
Ooh.
Which is strange. To me.
He went up too.
He went up
because he started off at the back.
I liked him at first, but I mentioned him early in this process.
Before you make this selection, what trade offers we got on the table?
I got me another fellow trader. You got 66.
Nah.
For 53. You can get 101. You get 142. 194. You can get all that for 53.
No,
I'm just saying.
I'm fine. Let me get Chris Brazel at 53.
Gotcha. I would have done it. Just
I was like, you gonna be drafting all day.
All day.
You might as well just go ahead and give us the whole draft.
Ooh, Romeo. See, everybody skipping on Romeo Heights.
Okay, Romeo is there. Oh,
Darren Jackson's still there.
Let me look at cornerback.
Cornerback. Got some good ones in there too.
That's kind of. I think this is gonna be one of the first super weird drafts.
Say it again, there, George Tech boy.
That we have.
What trade offers I got on the table?
You got 113. That's way to go. That way too far.
Oh no. Okay, at 79, cornerback or D tackle. Let me go with Darrell Jackson Jr.
That's a good pick. You cannot go wrong with that. Say where Brent's at. I think Brent's going first round, guys. I hate to say that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
you
back
got
to back.
Damn,
okay. Let me see my pick so far.
So far, you got.
Okay. Let me get Willie right here.
Pick. Perfect pick.
Oh, I like that.
That's a perfect pick.
Yes.
At 122, let me look at linebacker. Let me look at offensive tackle.
He's making some moves there.
Let me look at
this guy here. He's been talked about a little bit here too. J.C. Davis. A lot of people talking about that character.
Let me look at linebacker. Where wide receiver still on the board?
Double dipper. There's my guy Virgil. Jacoby's there too.
Right there.
Okay. Let me look at the measurables for Reggie Virgil.
I got that right in front of me. 6'3", 187.
Okay, now where's the Jacoby Lane measurables?
Do I have Jacoby on my page? No, I don't have him on my page. 6'4", 200. Damn.
Let me get Jacoby Lane right here. I want all tall wide receivers.
Okay. And fast. All right, we at 161. Okay, that's not bad.
Okay. BPA. Okay.
Would you double dip at your cornerbacks?
What tackle? Offensive tackles on the board. What about centers?
Pat Coogan. Oh, there you go. Pat's there.
Coogan.
It's not bad.
Coogan. There it is.
Not a bad pick. 215. You still got to get a linebacker.
We building the Great Wall of Atlanta and receivers down here.
215. Oscar Delp.
Good pick. I can't fault it. If Austin stays that far back, man, oh my God.
230. I already got my center. Let me get
Nick Barnett's there too. Now I like Nick Barnett too. He's another good deep tackle.
Where running backs is left?
Henry's not bad. He's a decent running back. Henry's there. They did go look at. They did go see Jamal Hayes at Georgia Tech this year too.
Stewart is not bad as well.
Stewart's not bad. Yeah, Virginia Tech guy. He's not bad.
So I got 2 picks back to back. All right. Let's take. Go back to BPA. Go back to the top of the list and see who all available.
There you go.
Okay. Cornerbacks. Let's go to the cornerbacks.
CBs.
230. I don't know about that. Well, I got wide receivers, DN, center, tight end, cornerbacks. What linebackers out there? Mike can find somebody to groom.
I like this cat here.
Me too.
I've been watching Scooby a little bit. This guy here remind me just a little bit of the kid that won the Rookie of the Year last year. They played the same style.
We're gonna take Gentry at 230, and we're gonna take the running back from Georgia Tech at 231.
Okay.
Jamal Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we're done.
That's not bad.
Let's see how this turns out. Okay,
got 2 awards. That's a good sign.
They said set us draft from Christmas brother should have got D'Angelo Pound. Still not bad, not bad at all. Oh my Lord. Pat Cogan was a little. They called it a reach, but that's okay. B+, not bad.
B+.
Not bad at all. See, this kid right here. He's moving up on that draft board, guy. Michael Morris, kid from Georgia. He's moving up a lot on that draft board because he can play center too, guys. You know, all Georgia guards can play center, all of them.
Man, my son mentor might get to start this upcoming season at Georgia. Michael Uni played right tackle and right guard.
Okay.
We're gonna have to keep an eye on that.
We come from in Texas, and then his brother gonna be at Arizona State next year.
Okay, cool. That's awesome, man.
Them big Samoan boys.
Samoan boys, yeah, man. We ain't got no Samoans on the team. We had one. He was half, but he gone now. We got any more Samoans on the team?
On the Falcons or UGA?
On the Falcons. I don't see none on Georgia.
I think Tyler was the only one.
And Georgia ain't got no Samoan.
Yeah. They got Michael Uni.
Oh, that's right. Uni is that's right. I keep forgetting his name don't sound Samoan, but yeah, he is.
No, man, listen, man, that dude is every bit of 6'7". Every bit. I'm talking about his senior year, my son freshman year, my son got to see almost 35 Power 5 schools coming to that school to see Mike.
Wow.
The offensive line coach from Georgia came and seen him his sophomore year and then came back his senior year and seen the improvements he made from his sophomore year to his senior year, and that's how he signed with UGA.
Okay, sounds like a plan to me. Let's just see he go get some work out there.
Yeah, like this will be his third year. Well, he came in January of 2024, 2023.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So okay,
should get a chance to start this upcoming season.
Titus Day. I'm here just getting our work. You need to chat right now. Want me to send it in the chat? Titus here. I'm gonna resend in the chat one more time if you want to come on, Todd.
I'm gonna be watching in the background. Thank you for having me on, Coach.
Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna save this for you, too. I'm gonna save this.
Later, everybody.
Peace, bro.
All right, just take some what?
So it makes perfect sense that her longtime Atlanta residents.
Todd, if you got time, there you go, brother. I'm gonna send it in the chat. We'll wait a couple minutes. Let me save this for Georgia, Texas, boy. I got a lot of.
I'm about to head on out, Coach.
Okay, sounds like a plan, bro.
Y'all be safe. I will see y'all tomorrow morning.
Sounds like all right, big ass. Be safe. Be safe out there, brother.
Always.
Yeah, we got a couple more minutes. Let me see how long is Todd gonna come in. All right, big ant.
Estimates place the property in the 7,000 to 8,000 plus square foot range with about 7 bedrooms.
I'm gonna give him a couple minutes.
All right.
I gotta get out here in a couple minutes myself. So. There you go. There's my guy.
Yeah, there you come.
Waiting on him to connect.
The grand foyer soars with double height ceilings, allowing natural light to pour in from above.
There we go.
Floors extend towards
What's up, TD?
What's up? Y'all doing all right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Are you ready for my shenanigans, Coach?
I'm waiting on you, brother. I'm ready when you're ready. You ready when we enter this?
Hold on a minute. Let me get myself situated.
Uh-oh. We talk about them trade. This man went to trade 15 times. He gonna have 100 picks.
with usability in a way
All right.
luxury home. At the heart of the house is the music room, arguably the
What's up, Xavier?
The walls and ceiling are fully
I'm ready.
All right, I'm from the end of the draft for you, brother.
All right.
Creative.
Let me know when we're ready to start.
Eddie's personality, confident, playful, and unmistakably
disconnected again.
This points the home from a standard luxury estate into a statement, showing that her space is built as much for expression as for comfort and functionality. Walk a few steps farther, and you find the renovated primary suite, complete with a sitting area.
All right, he coming back in somewhere.
From someone who has been since her teenage years.
But yeah, fresh man, like we said earlier, man, this draft gonna be strange, and like I said, expect the unexpected.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So it's not gonna be
that's what I'm thinking too.
And don't be shocked for somehow they may maneuver a first round pick somewhere. How they gonna do it? I don't know. That means somebody could be gone. Especially they do it on draft day.
Every now my StreamYard keep acting up.
I hear you right now. You good?
Okay, I'm good now. Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead and start.
All right. We have started.
Is a building location, a business space, a family hub, and a creative space all at the same time. It shifts according to what you need, whether that's privacy, celebration, or work.
All right.
All right.
They're saying there's 3 trade options. I don't know if you want to do it or not.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know me, I'm gonna trade.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't know what you want to do. You got 68 choices. 65 for your 48. You want to go back that far, or what you want to do? You can get 65. What else you looking for? You got 104, 143, 80, 183, and 217.
The latest innovation.
Okay.
You can touch, sense.
We'll trade the 65.
You get a lot. You can take their whole draft. They won't have but one pick.
We're gonna get all that you got, and then we're gonna click. Let's see if we can get a 4th round next year, and a 5th and a 6th round next year.
Oh my God, you trying to get a lot.
Absolutely. Okay, go ahead and offer it.
Oh my God, he gave you this, boy. That team is charged. No, you're not gonna get that 6.
Well, click on the 7th then.
Reflects that same blend, rising from the
pushing it, but let's give it a try. You got nope, not gonna get that. You may get that, and you may get that.
Shortly after Real House.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Let's try that right there.
That's that.
Grounds within one of the most coveted pockets.
They don't want to cooperate.
Let's try that right there.
Okay, we'll try that. Yeah.
Still got one more attempt at that.
Walled gates.
There you go.
Driveway.
Maneuvering.
All
right, let's resume this, baby.
Okay, we'll resume.
And includes about 6 bedrooms and close to 9 or 10 bathrooms.
Okay.
Those numbers.
Now, is Zachariah Branch there?
I think he's gone. Let's go to wide receiver. I think Zachariah's gone. No, he's there. He's there. He's still there. Wow. He's there. That's who you want, Zachariah?
But let me see. I was seeing if I could trade with somebody before, like down to like 70 or something, and I can maybe still get him.
They got 70 country and combining soft curve, warm textures, and grand proportions. The entryway feels almost sterile.
You may get 126 with that.
And
in a way that sets
could I get a 5th round next year? Okay.
Each one clearly.
You may get a 6 next year.
I can get a 5th round next year as well.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. You playing with Cleveland? Yeah, they kind of stupid. Yeah, they may trade. Yeah, they did.
Okay, if Zachariah still there at 70, I'm gonna draft him.
Okay. He's there. 75.
Okay.
You want him?
Yeah, I want him.
All right.
Bathrooms feel like miniature retreats with their
come up again. 79. Where we going?
I'm going to go guard. I'm going to go Caitlin Rutledge.
A nod to her professional side and her need for moments of focus in the activity of the larger rooms. Several fireplaces are placed.
What's up, Jay Black? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you hopping in, man.
I'm going to go Malik Muhammad.
That's a good pick. I'm good with that. That's a good pick. Good pick.
Damn, I just turned my head and you already got 70 picks. Shit.
Let's see. How do you feel about Chris McKellen, coach?
I like Chris McKellen. He's one of my guys I like. He's definitely one of the guys I like.
Okay, let's get Chris McKellen in.
At this pick, that's where I would have picked him at. Definitely at 122. That's a great pick. Now you need linebackers.
Linebacker. I don't know too much. I don't know too much about their Texas A&M linebacker.
He's a decent linebacker. I like him. I would if he was there and he's the best player available, you need a linebacker. That's
Okay,
what I would go. I would go there.
Okay, well, let's go with him then.
That's what I would go. All right, you at 146.
What about that center?
Let me look at all the centers. What you have in here right now.
Right. Okay.
All right. Pat Coogan down there at 188. You can get him next round if you want to get him. You can always.
Okay. Well, I'll wait. I'll wait to get Pat Coogan then. So yeah. So let me see. Who's the best available is tight end.
Tight end.
Yeah, they brought him in for a workout. I see.
Yeah,
Martin Klein.
They brought him in. Yeah, they did.
Do you know any more? Do you know much about him?
Michigan guy. If Dunn can explain more than you, but let me see. Let me look at this. Let's look at his numbers. He only had one touchdown, 200 yards. He wasn't the starter. He'd probably be a good blocking tight end. That's what I'm looking at. That's the only thing I see about him. He's a blocking tight end. So he's not.
Well, I just hold out for Oscar Dip, so I ain't gonna worry about him either. Let's see how that tackle looks from Florida. I hope he over 300 pounds because I don't want no small tackle.
He heavy. Didn't have a bad year. He played left tackle, a lot of snaps. He had the run grade blocking of 90, which is beastful.
In the pass blocking grade of 67.
That's passing. He's improved over the years. Let me see what they say about.
We also got to remember we got left-handed quarterbacks, so they blind side is not the same side.
Exactly.
6'6", 314. Okay, we'll take a chance on this. We'll take a chance on him.
This is the Jake replacement.
Right.
Maybe give or take. Not sure how he can play on the right side or not, but yeah. There's other tackles in here that play. See, this guy here has been getting talked about a lot too.
What's his size?
He's big. He's bigger than what's called. He's
6'6". Okay, yeah, that's the kind.
However, he's a right tackle also, but he's a pounder. But he don't have great grades to me. He has better pass blocking grade
than run blocking
grade.
So we'll let's see.
I'd be looking at all kind of dispositions.
Okay, that's fine.
So, but you want that Florida kid?
How tall is Isaiah World? I just want to see what the height is on him.
He's 6 something too. 6'8". Good Lord, that's not a man. That's a thing.
His measurables weren't good either, were
they? His grade ain't that great. He's good. He's a decent run block guy. He's average. He's an average guy, but like I said, he's a left tackle also. He played some time he played 14 snaps at right tackle.
Well, let's just get the Florida kid.
Okay. All right. Now you got Pat Coogan. You want to get that center.
Yeah, and I like Kalen Black as well. I like both of those guys. We'll get Pat Coogan.
It's a good pickup at that spot too. I know you want Oscar Depp at this one if he's still there. I'm sure
if he's still there, he might be gone.
I think he's there. Ooh, maybe not.
Hey, first time I ain't seen him up there yet. Ooh,
yes,
no, he's gone.
Got him.
He might be gone.
He's gone. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone. Who the hell took him? Let me go back and look at something. I got to see who the hell took him. That's weird. He's gone.
Oh man.
There is a soaring foyer that rises upward and angles symmetrically from both sides. It looks like the exact spot.
He was going at New England
Patriots.
of all teams.
Hey, they always fucking us.
Hard too. No Vaseline.
Okay. I do want to develop a tight end as well. So
Deshaun Wright from Mississippi.
how tall is he?
He's tall.
If he under,
he's 6'4",
6'4".
So it was a sneaker dog?
Oh man. I like my tight ends to be at least 6'5", 6'6".
Okay, you want to do that right there? Let's see what you look at this tight end.
Like a ball. No. I didn't even know Easter was tomorrow.
A 6'2" tight end. Man.
Yeah. Who Jalen was talking about. No, all these guys are short. They don't play it much either. Indiana tight end. How tall is Indiana's tight end? 6'2" also.
6'2".
I wasn't even looking at that.
Yeah, we'll get the best available player, which is the fullback, even though we might not need a fullback. But
you want to get best available player?
We'll just get the best available player, which is the fullback.
Okay. Did you ever get a linebacker?
Yeah, we got a linebacker.
Okay, you got Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a safety.
And if Green still available, if Green's still available, we'll get him with the last pick.
What Green?
The quarterback.
Oh, Taylor. Yeah, Taylor's there.
Yeah, we'll get him with the last pick.
This your second time going after Taylor.
I know I didn't get him last time.
You didn't get him last time?
No, I didn't get him last time.
Okay.
I didn't get no quarterback.
That's your new. Okay. Caitlin Rogers. Okay, still not bad. You got a beef there. You got a beef. It's not bad. Got an A for the fullback, which is very strange for you. Got an A overall. A minus overall.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
That is not, which is strange to me, but still is A.
Me personally, I want our first pick to be Zachariah Branch or second pick to be Zachariah Branch. I just feel like he'll transform our offense. I really do.
Yeah. One thing I'm gonna say about Zach was I wouldn't mind. I would love to have him. He catches the ball, he's going up the field. He's going to make the first guy miss. So you have two guys like that on your team that going to make the first guy miss and get positive yards off. So, but yeah, this is a good pick. This is actually a good pick.
But I got.
Go ahead,
I appreciate you for letting me come on, Coach.
Thank you, T. Thank you. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Fresh. What do you want to say?
Nah, I was gonna say, do you think Zach is a Michael Penix type of receiver?
He's short. He's a Tua type of receiver.
Because I feel like we still have to. Yeah, I feel like we still have to plan for the future, and if he's not the type of, well, hey. That's just a bunch of questions to go into each other, because it's like if you try to kind of plan for the future, is Penix your future? So it's like, yeah, like, and you don't want to get to trying to build stuff for him, and then he's not the guy. Then you got to rebuild some more stuff, and then that just delays your team years on end.
And what you've seen Zach do at Georgia is catch the ball from behind the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
And very short routes. You didn't see him on a lot of deep routes.
Nope.
You saw him on slant routes, but nothing downfield deep.
Now, if we get him and Tua is the starter, I can understand it and stuff like that.
Exactly. It's gonna be interesting. So that's why I say,
yeah,
a wide receiver like my boy from Georgia Tech, Rivers, would be perfect for this offense. He does it. He does a lot more than what Zach done at Georgia Tech. I mean, what Zach done at Georgia as far as the wide receiver position. You see him out wide. You see him in the slot. You see him also catching those balls from behind the what's called, as well as he can return punts and stuff too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting, man. The wide receiver they draft is going to be more than just a wide receiver. He's going to be a special team guy, as well as the guy who's going to be returning punts and probably kicks off too.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I wonder what we'll double up on if we double up on anything.
I can see it be a wide receiver for sure. Maybe even DT.
If anything, I feel like we definitely need to put Dylan Bell on the list, because I feel like he'll definitely
that's
work
the Swiss
out.
Army knife. That's your Cordell Patterson Swiss Army knife.
I think he'll definitely work out for sure for us.
He'll be a lot of he'll be a safety blanket for a lot of people.
Yes.
He's a safety blanket. If your running back get hurt during the game and both of your running backs have some kind of problem in the game, you got a Dylan Bell who can come and play running back. I'm just saying. But anyway, that's how we do it, man. We have fun and keep it interesting. We got 39 in the chat. Man, make sure you guys hit that like button. Like I say, I don't know if everybody new in the chat. Hit that subscribe button, man. It's free to do.
Hit them buttons, man.
It's free.
Everything
is free.
Free love.
I don't beg. I'm just telling you, hit it. So
hit that mother.
Soundbite. But anyway, you in the last words, Fresh?
Shoot, I'll be having some UFL coverage dropping.
That game's on there, ain't it? Is it on there? Or does it come on later?
I think so. Some games is gonna be on today. I know one game was last night. I think it was Columbus and somebody else. I have to go and look. But yeah, I'll be dropping that and shoot some other little content too.
All right, man. Well, thank you, Miss PJ. Appreciate you. But like I said, man, I don't have no end slogan. I just want everybody to have a great day and be safe, man. And like I said, I appreciate everybody coming to chat, man. That's all I can do is I can thank you. Without you guys, there's no me. I can talk to myself, but I prefer to talk to somebody else. So
yeah.
Until you know what I'm saying. Until then, man. Tomorrow, regulator show. I'll see y'all then. Peace.
Peace.
All right.